So we are in round 14 of this Williams adventure, and we are doing very, very strong indeed. We are 5th place, 132 points. We got in 21 in the last race, thanks to massively Alex Albon taking 17 points and 4 points for Theo for share from the sprint race. So we're looking pretty good. We've got to manage the powertrain and everything that we've got going on. ERS, that is a struggle for us. So I think we're going to have to take a new one of them, like so. That is not looking too good. That's probably going to increase and a potential penalty. Car 1, let's manage the powertrain ERS. I think I might take these both at the same time. We are probably gonna, I mean, it's quite tricky. We're getting into that penalty season now where we have to start taking new parts, but we've got a bit of time, 22 days now, and we've got a rear wing that has just completed. So we're going to manufacture that rear wing, and let's take a look. So we're going to look at car performance here, and that is what it does to us. We drop DRS, but we gain in all the other areas pretty much. Let's show you on the rank of the grid. And there you go, down DRS down to 8th, but we move up in top speed. We get our high speed, so I'm going to install, probably make about 5 of them. Or then, I don't know, Theo. When's the first one going to be ready? 3 days. We don't need to rush. So we will build a suspension. We've got a new chassis coming in 6 days for a bit of stock. We've got a underfloor coming in 5, which we can then manage the car build. And we're going to just stick on, we won't stick on that because we'll use that in practice. So we'll continue on. We can probably now design something, and I'm going to probably design for next year. So let's develop again. Let's do some research. And we've only done 1 on the chassis so far. We haven't done any on the rear wing or suspension. So I'm going to go suspension. And we don't have any hours at the minute, so we are just going to amend as we do. So we're just going to have a look. We obviously are not going to find a car performance rating on the grid. It doesn't change when you do any of these either. So we're just going to try and get the increases where we want and we know. So this is obviously just going to change some slight. I want just a bit more on top speed. Low speed I want to bring up like so. We'll try and bring medium up. We'll lose a bit of top speed as well. That's okay. And we'll gain just there, I think. We're just trying to balance it out a little bit so we don't lose too much. Brake cooling, obviously, if we increase, I'm going to go there. Airflow front. Don't lose anything, really. I'm going to go there. We're obviously not going to see. So I'm going to research that. I'm going to put a couple of engineers on it for next season. Nicely done. Let's continue on, and then we'll be in. Team Hub has refurbished. Nice. And that is going to help some weekly development. We've got a facility upgrade for the race simulator. Should help Theo stop crashing. And we've now got an underfloor that we can create as well. So, driver improvements, overtaking reactions, smoothness. And let's change some of the drivers here, because what's the development? He's doing okay on long runs, not great on overtaking. I want to move him up on wet track a bit, to be fair. What about Albon? Race strategy's okay, but I'm kind of still going to do wet track as well for a little bit. So I can't build this new part at the moment. Obviously I can do another research, I can design another part, which I could do another rear wing or chassis, but it's quite hard to improve now. You'll see what I mean. So we always bring this lifespan down because we want it to be the best we can. Look at the top speed that we're getting at the moment. And it's going to be pretty tricky to make this even better. I think we have to basically... Oh, hello. Hello indeed. This is nice. This is a nice little improvement that we're making here. Let's look at the ratings. See, we don't improve much, but we do actually get a little bit faster on everything. And I think that is literally the best we're going to get it. It's going to last 4 to 8 races anyway. So that's just a small... What do we want? What's our ranking anyway? First on high speed. 8th on medium. So do we go there, I think? Is it, yeah, I think we go there. Top speed is alright, high speed is good anyway. I think we just do a small project here. We've got 4 engineers. Don't need 4 engineers, don't need 5 engineers for this. We're going to put it in anyway. So, we need to manufacture. We've got 1 day until our chassis is done. Here comes our exhausted pit crew again, as always. They always seem to be tired. So I'm going to sort this pit crew out and we will be back. I think this looks pretty good. We've actually got some plus attributes on. I mean, our pit time is still slow. That's what I'm struggling to get down at the moment. But that is a nice improvement, especially when they're not even that tired. They're just a little bit weary at the end of this. So, chassis completes. We're going a bit more in depth with this one so far. And then what was it that completed? I think it was, so chassis completed, underfloor was what is coming. So we want about 5 of them. At 2 million a pot, not cheap, eh? Do I need to? I can't rush them through anyway. First part should be ready though. So chassis manufactured. And we've researched some side pods for next year as well. Nicely. And I don't think we can really design too much here. I mean, side pods is going to be tricky to get better. Let's just test. Yeah, probably could. Probably could get it better. Side pods for this season. Right, acceleration is the key that I want to actually get up. Low speed goes down, so we're just going to move around with the ratings here. It's the engine cooling that is taking a hit. Airflow front. 1 acceleration. That is one thing we do want. So I could lose a low speed for an acceleration. I think we do that. Oh, we don't need that. I think I'm going to go there. What does that do on performance? We lose a little bit low speed. We gain everything else. Engine cooling takes a hit, but we gain some speed. So I'm going to try that. I'm not going to rush it. I'm in no real rush for new parts this season, so just going to try, see what happens, and let's continue on. Side pods manufacture complete. Front wing stock is showing as low. Let's just check that. Front wing. Yeah, we could probably manufacture some front wings. Let's do that. I did think I was actually designing a front wing, but I'm not. So we'll continue on. And we're getting closer. Rear wing manufactured. That's nice. Suspension is manufactured too. ERS is in poor condition, we know that. And now we've got race day. It is the Dutch Grand Prix. Then let's just test our parts then. So chassis. That can install on car 2. Front wing, we are on the best one. Rear wing, we have got some nice rear wings to go. Side pods are maxed on our which ones we want. Underfloor we've got new. We're using both of them. Hopefully he doesn't have a crash. And that is done. So let's just see where we sit here. Rank on the grid. I think we're going to look fine. Look at that. We are looking very solid on the right hand side. 7th, 14th, 7th, 5th, 5th, 1st. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Performance targets. I expect both cars to get into the top 10. And I expect both drivers to reach Q3. Shouldn't be a problem why we shouldn't do that. Finishing position. I want 1 car in the top 8. I'm not going to do 2 because, I mean, if you get 2, you get 179 for that. Or you can say 2 down at 10 would be a lot. Alright, Porsche has been crashing a lot, so no, we are not going for that. Finishing streak is on, so we're going to get to it. Dutch Grand Prix weekend. Hopefully, we can perform. Let's get into qualifying. So, welcome along to Q1, and Q1 will be different. We are taking 10th place penalties in this race, and it is to do with our ERS. So what we've done is we've took both of them because while Zandvoort should still be a good track, we have got Monza coming next, and you know how good our high speed is. So in theory, in Monza, we should be brilliant, which I'm hoping for. So I thought, you know, let's do it now, and let's just see how we do go, and maybe we can come back through the field in Zandvoort. You never know, but we are a good 5 temps clear at the moment. The rain is coming in. Didn't see the rain, but it's a good job because it is got pretty wet. You can see now, change the damp, and it's not going to change for the rest of the session. So we are through. No big names are out though. No big names. So we move to Q2. Q2 then, we obviously want to start as high as we can, because if we can start as high as we can, then we know that we might only go back to like 13th, 14th. So we're going to put a lap in here on the inters, and currently quite wet out there. So only one's out. It is supposed to get drier, but we're going to just set a time anyway. You never know what could happen. And as we set that time, 1:17.7, Albon 8 temps off.
Standard in lap.
So they're all coming out now. I don't think that's a great time, if I am honest. So we're going to just let that run, and you can see now we are in the probably ultimate. I mean, it's going to get a little bit less with 5 minutes to go. That's what I'm going to wait for here. It's going to get to moderate rain, so I am just going to hold. Probably should be running a few more times, to be fair. And now I'm going to look at going. So 4 minutes should be optimum conditions here for a lap time. Let's see what we can do. We do not want to be starting from these grid positions, I'll tell you that. So Alex Albon, Porsche, a lot of time to do. We went out when it was more wet than it is now. So we should be able to put a decent lap in, hopefully get both cars into Q3. Alex Albon starts his lap, Theo not far behind. We need green sectors. We've got to be improving because the track has improved a lot. And through the first sector we are about to come, he goes green. It's a 25.5, and it's a 25.4 for Porsche, just having the upper hand. Sainz is in trouble here as well, so we are not the only big team that are in trouble in Zandvoort, and we go a 25.6 through the middle. 25.4 purple for Mr. Porsche. Should we have not taken penalties and actually fought for the win? Across the line, P6 for Albon. And Porsche is going to go on to pole in Q2. What a lap, 1:13.4. That is a terrific lap. Albon's out, I think. I think Albon's going to go out. Or is he not? Is he going to just make it in P10? He is just going to make it in P10. 6 temps. And I tell you what, are we going to cost our first pole position? I mean, it's looking that way. I can't believe what we've done. Can't believe it if this is the case. Is rain inbound? Oh, rain is definitely inbound. Send Albon. And send as well. This might be our only lap in qualifying for Q1. Well, run 1. Don't think we're going to get another one, so it's all down to these runs. They've got to be brilliant. Albon and Porsche. Porsche great in the intermediates then. Can we do it in the qualifying session? Red Bull are going to be quick, but this track seems to be suiting us at the minute. And let's see what times we do through the sector times. Come on. We're obviously going to get 10 places back, and it's a 24.4. And it's a 24.2 for Porsche. So stays purple. No one's beat that at the moment, interestingly. They're coming through now. Of course, they have 24.3. And it's a 24.2 for Porsche. Porsche's lapping very nice in this circuit. And across the line, it's a 110.1. Porsche goes a 109.7.
Yes, copy.
Great run. We're going to get overtaken. There you go. Verstappen 3 temps quicker. Albon down to 6th. The rain is in. And I don't think this is set to end. So that is where it's going to stay. We're going to get P2, which means we're going to start 12th. And we're going to start P16. But we're going to have to come through the field the very best we can. This is now a fully wet track. No one is going to be going out. No one's going to be improving. Keeps changing. Dry, damp. Wet damp, wet damp. Perez tries it. I don't know what the point of that is. He wants to give the fans some cheer. And yeah, the Mexican surely abandoning this lap and coming in. No, he's just going around for the fun of it. Fair play. Well, everyone's waiting for Perez now. And he's in. So there you go. Qualifying P2 and P6. Maybe we shouldn't have taken penalties. Didn't expect us to be so strong here. Thought we'd be good. Didn't think would be this good. 10 place grid penalty, P11 and P15 because of other penalties. And we can either do a 1 stop or a 2 stop, and a 2 stop looks pretty solid. Let's just bring this down a little bit. And that's Albon in P15. I probably want to start on the mediums, I imagine. And go softs. And then extend them mediums out to about there. And then I think for Porsche, we'll start on the softs and we'll run double soft. And we can't pick it because we've got the soft there. Soft and medium. And we'll bring that back. We'll bring the soft tyre back. And I think we run something along them lines. And have we got any rain, did it say? No, no rain. So, strategies are there. Let's ready up the boys. We've got to get some positions here. Hopefully Theo doesn't crash, because he's been good at crashing lately. That's the one thing he is good at. So. Oh, we should have been down here. We should have literally been there. In P2. We've put battle assist on early. And it was a great qualifying. Porsche, we're going to go on board with. Hopefully we don't get hit. They're always dodgy going through the first corner. And we've tackled that okay at the moment. But we are literally mid-pack. That's the annoying part. P11 Porsche. Albon P15. The key thing is, do not get into trouble on these opening laps. Let everybody else get into trouble, and we can come back at everybody else after. We should have a strong car. I mean, qualifying showed that. So we should, when DRS opens, be able to pick some of these off. Mediums for Albon, remember. I'm just going to cut his tyres and let him just cruise. Here goes then, Porsche. Albon has already got Hulkenberg. Let's take a look at that. Have a look at the round the outside, and he's cemented that one. Nice work by Albon on them medium tyres. That's what we like to see. We've got Norris ahead of us. Can we find a way past? I mean, we should be here. This is what's annoying me. If I knew, I thought we were going to be good at Monza. Maybe we still will, but we definitely had to take some penalties. Can we finish back in the points though? That is going to be the case. We're going to just top up on everything now. We are in DRS range. Gasly's all over the back of us, but we should be okay. Surely Porsche's just lost a lot of time out of that last corner. That's a worrying amount of time that is lost, and Gasly is going to come back through. I'm not sure why he was so slow off that. Maybe because everyone else is just pushing and we've reduced down. You can see a 16.4. That was a terrible lap. Albon on the mediums was a lot quicker. So, just going to play the long game here. Try and get Albon through. DRS obviously enabled now as well, so Albon will be looking, and Alfa Romeo's got DRS too. And Porsche right behind now. Gasly. Can we get back past? We know our high speed is good. And here it comes. No, the Alpine pulls away somehow. Oh, into the first corner we go though. And what a move by Porsche. Up to P11 again. And let's watch that. That was a brilliant move. Into turn 1. Oh, late lunge. And we are in to P11. Albon's trying to overtake. It's got an Alfa Romeo ahead at the moment. We're not pushing though. We are not pushing tyres. It's going to take us a little bit longer to get through. But we've got to think of the long race here, and everyone else is on softs. Perez on hards, and we're lapping pretty good. Albon's lapping pretty fast actually, and down the straight we go. We was going to deploy. I mean, the Alfa Romeo is on softs as well. That's probably a sign as to why we're struggling to get past him early on. But now Porsche is still battling with Gasly and Norris, as you can see. It's just whether or not we can close. Norris is notoriously good at saving tyres. So we're actually in a bit of a weird situation because just everyone is running softs, apart from about 4 or 5 cars. Porsche right behind now. What we're going to do is we're going to deploy, see if we can just make a move. We're going to deploy as well for Albon. Down the straight we go. We move to the right hand side. Is there going to be another lunge? I was thinking about it. Albon trying as well. Can't get a job at the minute done. We'll conserve down again. Norris is just losing ground. Lost 5 tenths on that lap, and it's nearly cost him DRS. Just under a second at the moment. Albon is still bang there. Norris gaining back DRS again. We've got the closer to him, which means we get the bigger benefit. And we're going to deploy as well. We've got both cars in a tidy position. DRS is open again. Norris now out of just around a second. We're closing. Can't close enough. Albon, though, has got Valtteri Bottas, or has he? Yes, he has. Good move. We are in to P13 and P11. Let's just watch that by Albon. Great little move by the look of it. Round the outside of turn 1. Nice. Oh, and who's this coming back? Is it still the Alfa Romeo? Bottas is still coming back, getting better traction on them soft tyres. We're going to come back again on the mediums. We're going to shut the door this time and take DRS. So Porsche is going to struggle to get past Norris until these clear off in front. We go down the straight again. On lap 8 already. We just still can't get past. And now we are going head to head with Norris with Porsche. DRS open. We got a great exit out of the last one. Norris actually came back at us. It's showing as an overtake for him. I don't know why. But look at the cars ahead. They're actually stacked together behind P5. This is what's causing this. And I have to say, Albon is in a pretty nice position here, considering that he's on mediums and everybody else around him is on softs, apart from Perez in P6. It's actually, it is Hamilton, and here's a potential move. He goes to the outside. Can he get good traction? He can, and we are past the McLaren. That is a big move. We've got DRS as well. Norris trying and trying and trying. Cannot get through. And we move up to P10. This is how quick we are. We're going to just look after everything again. What's Norris on? Norris looking after a bit of tyres. Albon's got Hulkenberg as well. I think that's a first corner move. Up the inside. Come on, we are motoring in this race. P13, P10. Fuel's okay as well. Porsche's improving every lap. And we're going to play the old deploy game. DRS is effective now after our rear ring that we added. We're going to deploy the old power unit. ERS system. See if we can get the Alpine. We've got great DRS. Move to the left hand side. Is there going to be a lunge? There might be a lunge. Not yet though. Let's top back up. But we're going to come and running back at them. No, still. It is this train behind Perez now. Perez is the train on the hard tyres. We're smack bang on them softs. I'm happy with that. Mediums I'm happy with as well. So we are literally in this DRS hassle. If we can get Ocon, that would be good. We get good exit and we are now tucked right behind. We are very close behind. Can we move out? He's pulling away into turn 1. We cannot get back. Or can we? No, not yet. Still pushing. So Porsche's just seemed to be struggling and he's dropped to Ocon. He was obviously quite close to Ocon and he's really just started to drop away. I mean, Norris, look how far Norris has quickly got up the road here on lap 16. And Norris looking after tyres better. He's going green. Norris is pushing, I would imagine. But it was quite a slow lap. I mean, maybe a small mistake on that lap. But we've dropped down to P11. P11 and P13. So agonisingly, just out of the points at the moment. Agonisingly, just out of DRS. Don't think we're going to grab that. No, we are. We did get it at the detection point. And we're going to close up. But at the minute, I'm not too concerned about where we are. It's going to be later in this race where we have to try and think, how can we get back in the points? So we've entered the pit window and we're at this little traffic jam again. And I'm thinking whether or not it's worth just going to mediums and extending out rather than being stuck. Because at the moment we've got about 6 seconds, 10, 20. We could probably get some clear air. And that's the way I'm thinking. But I don't want to... I mean, I'm going to go to softs. These are all going to pit around the same time. Let's just see what we do down this straight though. Let's deploy with Albon. Just try and gain him some time. Kind of. So there's a few people pitting then. Sainz comes in. Everyone on this train moves to the middle. And we're going to try. I think we pit this lap. And I'm going to hope that no one else pits. There's actually no point in us pushing the fuel here. Because we're just getting held up. Albon we're pushing. Because we can close the gap. And you can see we're still about 5 tenths a lap slower. But we are improving sectors here. We are green in this middle sector. Porsche is still behind them. We're going to hope that they stay out. Verstappen pits. Might make a light call. Verstappen, Hamilton. Oh, I don't want to pit. I do not want to pit. I think this might be too late. Let's see. The old cheateroo, you can probably call this. Oh, we do pit. We do pit. Ah, why do the opposite? So Albon carries on. We're going to push some fuel for a bit. Oh, where do we come out? Oh, at the bottom. Alonso had a pit stop issue. He's come back to us. So Albon stays. Porsche is P15. We're going to get these tyres up to speed. Mediums for Alonso. And a few softs and mediums out there. So we're going to go longer. We're going to get some good times with Albon here. Verstappen's going purple. Albon's not improving his times, but he's in the 114.5s. 115.6. Well, there goes Max Verstappen. Nice and easy. But we're still lapping considerably quicker than a lot of people out here. So that's all we've got to worry about. Just extend out and you can run some softs later on. And at the moment, because of pit stops, on lap 24, we've actually got Alex Albon running P3. So that is very nice, considering we've still got to come back in though, and that P3 quickly turns to what is P4. But we're going to get DRS down the straight, which will help pull us along. You can see how fast that Ferrari is. You can see how fast we gain back now, and we'll top back up. Just got to micromanage this. Porsche got past Alonso at some point, maybe not. He's coming back at us. And already we're out a second, look. So hard to stay with these cars. We're lapping, what, 1.3 seconds a lap slower than Porsche. But we're going to be the other way around later on when we pit. So, looking at tyres, we've just got to hang it out. And we can be very quick at the end when everyone seems to be going to go mediums or softs. But in a minute, I'll take where we are, absolutely. So Leclerc has just got us. Porsche is running a net 10th at the minute. Very happy with him. Coming back through the field. Just going to push a bit more on the fuel as well. Got Alonso 5 tenths behind. So Albon's a bit out of place. And we're coming into the pit window shortly. Still just going to leave it running a minute. We've almost dropped a second to Alonso. We're just deploying. And we're attacking with fuel. We're going to use a bit of fuel. Perez is in, but we should get ahead of Perez here. The pit window does open. I don't think we'll get ahead with Porsche. I don't know why Albon's not happy. It's because Hamilton has just got past, that's why. And Perez we do get ahead of with Porsche. But we are pushing. We've still got 8 tenths. And we are coming into the pit window. So I'm going to attack now. I'm going to move it to neutral. I think next lap maybe. Now can we manage this race very nicely? Who is this? We're on board with Albon. We're going to push down here. Russell right behind us on the soft tyres. He'll come past now as well. Or should come past, but doesn't. Top up again. So we're not actually lapping that bad. They're not exactly getting out of the way. They're going to get better traction all the time. And Pourchaire's managing them nicely as well. What do we got? Could we do another lap? We're not exactly running slow. I mean, Russ, we've kept the gap to 1.2, and that is Hamilton on soft tyres. I think we'll do another lap. Every lap we can do makes us stronger in this race. We deploy. Russell should now come back past us. 1/10 down to 1/10, and he hasn't. He hasn't come back past us. So I think we pit now. We've done a lot with. Yeah, we have got soft tyres ready. That's good. So we'll pit. Pourchaire will carry on. He's in net ninth at the minute. Although Perez, you could argue, is not net ninth. But the gaps. The only interesting thing is Albon's going to drop quite a bit behind Norris, and at the minute he's lapping faster than Norris. And then I'm going to come in. So here we go, pit stop for Albon. Let's see where he comes out. Pourchaire's going to take, he's going to get Perez on his back very quickly, who is literally right behind. We've got a yellow flag, and this looks like a crash. No, it's a Hulkenberg lockup. We don't need to watch that. Almost highlighted as if it was going to be a massive crash. It isn't. So Albon's back out. We're going to move him to attack while we heat up the tyres. And we're actually catching the cars ahead with Pourchaire. That is what we like to see. So we'll move that to standard. We'll keep it on top up. Lap 32 of 72. We are catching, but Perez is going to make short work of us now. He's going to fly past us. Pourchaire's going to try and come back, but you're kind of battling a race that's not really us. So we move down to P8, but we're catching Norris, who's on some used tyres, a bit more used than us. And quite quickly, we're at the back of them. It's good fuel remaining. This is on track. So we have got a virtual safety car. There's been a multiple crash. We are not the victim. Sainz and Leclerc pit, full safety car. What does that do to the strategy? I think, can you nurse 32 lap mediums? I mean, it's not far off there. Lap 40. Oh, do you go hard? Do you not? I haven't got any new mediums, actually, so... I have, actually. Tell a lie. Can they go to the end? That's a long way to go. We're going to be under safety car for 4 or 5 laps, so they could potentially... I might go mediums with Albon, like so. I think that's fair. Have we got any mediums with Pourchaire? We obviously have, but that's going to be right up against... I think we go mediums because we're going to be conserving under. So let's go back, and what we're going to do is going to pit here for the mediums. Should last. We're going to pit both cars because you want to do that under a safety car.
Oh dear, a crash.
Who has crashed?
But this is what happened.
At the back then, Alfa Romeo, Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, big accident. And they're out, both of them. So we're going to come into the pits. We're going to go to mediums. There should be a lot of people in the pits here. Look at that. We might get lucky here with not double stacking as much. Maybe not, I don't know. Let's watch Albon. I mean, that's not Albon, that's Gasly. So this could help us, could not. We are P8 and I mean, if everyone goes hards here, we're stuffed. Verstappen doesn't pit. Wow, Verstappen doesn't pit then from the lead. We're going to conserve everything here. I don't know why. I still leave battle assist on. I don't know why I do. So we've got a safety car out. We're going to deploy everything. And that is interesting. Verstappen now pits because he's got that far of a gap. He can. So we are right to go to the mediums because we've spent a long time, a good 4 laps behind the safety car. We're on board with Verstappen at the moment, just watching him. And we're going to get this underway. We will move to battle assist because we are about to start this again. P8 for Pourchaire, and it is P12 for Albon. We're just going to let these go. Verstappen's going to pull the trigger. When does he pull the trigger? He pulls it now. And we are racing. Or no, we're not. He's still warming up. He's gone. So, where can we get in this race? No accidents. We've got a lot of fuel. We should have tyres to the end with mediums. Anyone running softs? No, but Alonso, we should... Stroll's running soft, that's interesting. I don't think they'll get to the end. So this is going to have to peter out a bit before we manage to get some overtakes. But Porsche's all the way behind Perez. Alpine scoring P6 and P10, that's not good for us. Hamilton and Russell both scoring P4 and P5, which makes it even worse for us. So we're having a negative weekend at the minute, which, considering the qualifying, looked very, very strong. So everyone's pushing hard at the moment, and we're still just 5 tenths off. Porsche, P8, P12 Albon. This is the problem at the moment. We're not really making any ground. We're going to top up. We don't need to top up, but we're just not making ground because everyone's in a DRS train. And we need the odd gap to appear, like Leclerc just nearly got to a second. I mean, Norris is now all over the back of us. He's pushing. Maybe we need to deploy a bit more. And we're going to lose a DRS, so maybe a bad mistake here. Is DRS opening this lap? No, it's going to be the next lap because of the safety car. There you go. So we're going to just deploy again. I don't want to run these that hard. I mean, look at that, 85. We're running them slightly hard. Let's go back to aggressive. Try and look after them. We're going to have good fuel. Can we get that gap back? Porsche's back to 3 tenths. Albon just got a Fernando.
It was the Williams driver we see there.
Look at that inside line.
The opportunity begging to be taken.
Round the out. And we take that corner. That is P11. We are nearly double point scoring. Here we go again with Perez. Deploying everything. Trying to get past. It's a bit wobbly on exit there. We're only a tenth. We've dropped Norris now that we deploy DRS again. And down the straight, we can't get past. Let's top up again. Just topping up all the time. Alonso's now second away. And it's going to be Ocon is going to be the bottleneck here. 81% we're on. Tyres should last to the end. But fuel is going to be perfect. We're going to just absolutely hammer the fuel and keep going. Hulkenberg and Bottas out. Norris now 8 tenths, 9 tenths behind. But Porsche, just when we don't use the ERS, just losing out on time. But we're going to gain back up because Alpine's slowing. Tyres overheating. Not by a massive amount. We're trying to cool them down. We are okay on the tyres though. But we just can't get out of this train. But the train does start with Ocon now ahead of us. And it is Russell because Perez has just got through a few cars. So there's a chance them tyres are looking pretty hot. Let's cool them down for a moment. Because we're just dropping a little bit too much. And this is because Albon's running in dirty air. We'll get on board with Albon. Let's just deploy. And let's deploy for Fio. This is just going to be so tricky with the DRS train all the way up to Perez. Perez needs to drop him, which he's trying. And look, down the straight, nowhere near. Top back up again. Albon's bang there in P11. Still a long way to go. Actually, Porsche was, I think, nearly side by side then. He's dropped Norris. And now there's a queue behind Norris. So it's all about track position, really, at Zandvoort. And probably Monza was probably best to take penalties because you can actually overtake quite easily down the straights. Multiple opportunities. But you're still going to get a DRS train. So 3 tenths. Lap 55. We need to catch.
Check the DRS.
We're checking ERS, yes, we're harvesting, but not a lot we can do there. Got good fuel to the end. It just got to make a move. Something needs to happen. Hamilton's now a second out from his teammate. So that's one less car pulling along. And maybe, although he is just dropping back, it is now just around a second. Russell's getting isolated from Perez now as well, so maybe this race is just going to start taking shape. We've got Albon just behind Norris, but we are using ERS to top up every lap. And Porsche just within a second of Gasly, who's coming back. Alpine double scoring. Yellow flag, there's another crash. I don't think it involves us. Let's take a look who it is. Back of the grid, Kevin Magnussen. It's the Haas and the Alfa Romeo going at it again. Oh, and they do just tag. There's not going to be a safety car or VSCs in that one. When we are managing these tyres okay now. They're back on about the line. Just about. But what about everyone else's tyres? Bit better than ours, you must say. Time penalty for Ricardo. Porsche, I'm just going to go to light for a minute. And Albon, because he's running in traffic, go to light. See if we can just protect these tyres and not lose DRS. Famous last words, because we'll probably get Alonso come straight back past us. Oh, red flag, red flag. We've just seen that happen. I think it's Ocon and it's Russell. Both binned it. Let's watch Russell and Ocon side by side. That is massive for us. And they both big smash. Narrowly avoided by the Williams. And the car is now on fire.
And just like that.
And that is big for us. Because that promotes us up the grid. 6th and 11th. We were. I don't think we are 6th and 11th anymore. Soft tyres. There's got to be the order of the day. I think we yes, P6 look. And it's going to move up to P9. Wow, what a crash. Two big rivals. And we're going to pause this because we've got so much fuel now. We have got everything at our disposal. So is everybody else. We'll just go battle assist as well. What is everyone else? Got to be on softs. Yeah, Verstappen 92% used tyres. So let's find out. Porsche, clean run please guys. Time penalty for George Russell, who takes a grid penalty next race. That'll be good for us in Monza as well. So maybe we are good taking the penalties after all, because we've got both cars now in the points. We've got one Mercedes left. We've got one Alpine left. So this might not hurt us too much. Albon has got Gasly. So he's moved up to P8. We're going to keep pushing. And we've got some pace here now on the soft tyres. Softs can go to the end. Everything can go to the end. No DRS for 2 laps, remember. After the restart. Down the straight we go. And tell you what, Albon's up to P7. What a move. Round the outside. Restart, causing chaos here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put Porsche, or even Albon, on don't fight teammate when it comes to it. Porsche's now took Hamilton into P5. It's all going off. Down the straight, DRS, big lunge. Oh, yes. Come on. And now, P5 and P7. Can we get even higher? Tyres overheating. ERS draining. And we're going to make a move, are we? On the Ferrari. And we're through as well. Into P4. We fancy a win or something here, I reckon. Porsche. We are just now going to just top up a little bit. And it's got Alex Albon fancying a fight against the Mercedes, the sole remaining running Mercedes. And we've got Porsche in P4. It's P4, P7. There is only 7 laps to go. But Leclerc caught napping a little bit all over the back of us. We're trying to close the gap. Oh, and Leclerc comes through. But DRS is going to get DRS. Do we get DRS? Yes, we do. And now Perez is vulnerable. Could still be all over the place here. Tyres are really taking a hit. We're just going to rock back to standard just to cool off a little bit. I think so, we'll just manage. But Albon is only there. Porsche is right there, watching this fight now. With the Red Bull and the Ferrari. If anything happens, we are there to pick up the pieces. We've dropped Norris in P8. And the battle out front, it is pretty close because Verstappen's only just going across the line now. Porsche closes up. Good exits. Albon's there as well. So a bit of a DRS train again, all focusing round Perez again. And Verstappen's nursed them tyres. He was on 93%. I mean, there's no problem getting to the end here. We are still hot, but we got him on standard. Not a lot we can do else. So Porsche, we're going to just deploy. coming out of the final corner, just to give us a bit more speed. We've got Hamilton right behind us as well. Top up again. But Albon's right there. The question is, will we be right there at the end? We will take P5, P7 after grid penalties, absolutely. But the question is, can we get any higher? It's only 4 laps to go. And the field, they're just starting to spread out a little bit. Albon is not. Albon's keeping pace. So is Porsche. 7 tenths, 5 tenths. This is all just spreading out. We're going to send Porsche's ERS down the straight. We're going to leave it running actually for a lap. I think we'll leave it running both. See if we can just close up here. Tyres are getting back on track. We can still go aggressive, but it's just heat we've got to worry about. Porsche has got it now, and Albon looking like he was going for a move. Less than a tenth at one point. So ERS drained, which we expect, because we have hammered it to get close. Look how close we are now, 3 tenths. Hamilton's dropped, or he does just get back into DRS. Down the straight, 3 laps to go. We can see pretty much everybody in front of us. It's a 4, 5 way, 6, 7 way battle for the lead pretty much, if you count the so close together. The top 3 separated by less than a second. Second and a half for the top 5. And it's all coming from Verstappen holding everybody up. Can we go aggressive now? I'm going to go aggressive. I'm going to push Theo as the Ferrari just drops back a slight bit. Can Theo get closer? He's trying, but everyone else is pretty stacked behind. But we are looking racy here. That Ferrari is could get out a second. Can we go attack? Can we risk some tyres? Can we deploy? Have we got anything left in the tank? Albon is only a look at that. Look how close they are. Final corners. DRS opens again. We are on the final lap. We've used everything we've got. We're going to leave these attacking now. I think we might be solid for a P5, P7. Here comes Albon though. And we're right behind Leclerc. Leclerc's nearly dropped a second. 8 tenths, not going to do it. But it's Sainz in the lead now. Sainz has overtaken Verstappen. And this could be curtains for the race. Coming round the final corner. Let's watch on board. Just drop time. Hamilton could come back at us here. I think Hamilton is going to come back, but he's not going to get us. Let's watch on board for Albon. As we take P5 and P7 with 2 10-place grid penalties. That is a fantastic job. Brilliant job. Oh, this Williams team's coming together. Oh yes. And he's happy. Because that is points. Theo P5, Albon P7, 19 points. No, sorry, 10 and 6. 16 points altogether. And the main thing is, in the Constructors' Championship, we take 15 points over Alpine. We are now within 12 of the Mercedes. Bad pit time there. But that's okay. Look at that. Very consistent. What could have been if we didn't take the penalties. And we get some nice cash in the bank as well. 3.9. Few spare parts ready. And then we'll move on to Italy in 4 days' time, where I'm hoping, now we took the penalties, we are going to be very quick at.